We're back with another plated dessert, and we're doing a passionfruit strawberry shortcake. I was feeling inspired, I was feeling summer, I was feeling like strawberry shortcake. So it starts with a sponge cake, which is the easiest kind of cake we can learn to make here. It's gonna start with us separating our yolks from our whites. We'll get them in 2 separate bowls, and we're just gonna start whipping. The idea is getting as much air into these eggs as humanly possible at this point. This is our only leavening method, so we wanna get as much air in there. That way when it gets in the oven, it'll expand and give us a nice floofy cake. Now you notice I added my sugar into the egg whites bit by bit. You don't want to add it right away or all at once because it's going to take your egg whites a lot longer to whip up then. Now we've gotten these egg whites to just about a soft peak it looks to me, and that's what we want. We're going to put a little bit of that right into our egg yolks and just beat it up. Try and make it the same kind of texture as your meringue. Then we'll dump some of our flour content and some of our meringue right on top and start folding, man. It's easy peasy. I like to do this in 2 or 3 parts. It looks like I filmed 2, but I probably did it in 3 parts here. Now I'm portioning these out into sheet pans and I'm not oiling them. I did put a paper down just because I find the sheets are hard to pull it out of sometimes, but if you're into a cake pan, no oil, no spray. Oil's gonna fight your cake and not let it grab on anything, so it's not your friend. Also, store these upside down when they're done baking. That way they don't drop out on you. Now we're jumping straight into the strawberry coulis, and that's gonna start with some sugar in a pot, a little bit of liquid, and we're just gonna caramelize this. We are beginning to caramelize. Smells like a carnival, like a cotton candy and caramel corn almost. So we're starting to see some color, and color's our friend. Like that guy said, it smells great and it tastes great. So our strawberries will go on top and a little bit of seasoning. So I've got some vanilla in here and I got some lemon zest going on. Now the idea is we just cook this until it turns syrupy, essentially. I just like reducing by at least half. Then we're gonna throw this in the magic bullet and we're gonna blast it while it's still hot. That way we can get it as thin as possible. I'm passing it through a fine sieve to get all the seeds and such out, and then there you go, you get a nice strawberry sauce out of the deal. And we'll cross this off and we're on to the next step, which is a lemon strawberry sorbet. Here we have strawberry juices from frozen strawberries that I squeezed out and reduced. We're gonna use this and make a strawberry lemon sorbet. So it starts with a cup of lemon juice going in here, and then we've got 1.5 cups of that strawberry juice I was talking about. We ought to taste this at first and see where it brings us. That's actually not that bad. It's very tart. So we're gonna have to counter that tartness, and I added a cup of water and about a cup of sugar here. Now we'll bring this to temperature a little bit just to dissolve all our sugar, and then I've got a refractometer here, and this measures sugar content based off light, and we're gonna use this to run some tests. Try and get you guys into the refracto so you can see what it looks like this time. So that's what I'm looking at, and you see that white line? That's reaching up around 30. That is our indicators. So 30-31 is exactly where we want to be on the brick scale. We're gonna add some vanilla last second here, and then we're just gonna get ready to spin this stuff. Now I spun this for about 20 minutes, maybe 25. I find sorbets can spin a little bit longer than the ice creams, probably because the fat content in the ice creams makes it spin quicker. Either way, we got this going on. It looks really fun. I'm gonna do this again. It's a great recipe. Now we're moving on to our vanilla custard here, and this is a basic custard recipe. We're gonna start by separating our egg yolks and getting some cream content into a pot. And we gotta bring that to temperature, because we gotta temper that into our egg yolks. It's a crucial step, that way we don't wind up with scrambled eggs. So we slowly pour, and then we can pour that right back into our pot, because we're good to go. Hot pot of water surrounding smaller pot, fully submerged. It's kind of genius. So I'm cooking this in a pot inside another pot, which I don't know if it's truly genius, but it worked out really well for me. It gave us surrounding temperature, which is great for a creme anglaise cook time. The goal is to cook it to at least 80 degrees Celsius. Do not exceed that, that would be bad. And I added some lemon zest at the end, because I find that the lemon flavoring, it kind of dilutes or dies out a bit if you bring it to temperature. So strain that out, get all the chunky bits away, and then we have a perfect creme anglaise. We're good to go. We'll move on to our passionfruit mousse. So I love passion fruit, and this is a basic fruit mousse recipe. You can put any juices you want in place there, and then we're gonna get some gelatin blooming separately. That's about 7 grams, I think, and we're gonna bring that to temperature just so we can dissolve our gelatin inside. Then we're gonna whip up about 3/4 cup or 180 grams of whipping cream, and we're gonna set it aside until we're ready with our passion fruit mix. So you see we got a boil going on here, and that's the perfect time to add our gelatin. It should dissolve quite nicely. Then we'll also have to set our passion fruit aside so that it has time to cool down and set a bit. We want it to set just enough that we can fold the whipping cream in, but not enough that we're gonna wind up with lumpy bits in our whipping mix, right? And now, similar to the sponge cake when we added our meringue into our yolks, we're gonna add a little bit of our whipped cream and just mix it right in to get a similar like texture. Then the rest of our whipped cream we'll just fold in slowly, softly, even though that was super quick looking. I fast forward a lot of things here. But you want to fold it as gently as possible, and we want to keep the air in there. It's still a mousse. So we'll cross this off the list, and we're moving on to our strawberry compote, which is one of our easiest prep jobs ahead of us. We're taking some fresh strawberries. I'm just going to dice them up real tiny, and then I'm going to add some strawberry coulis on top, and just kind of mix it until it starts getting saucy and compote-y and delicious and fresh. And we'll cross this off the list, and we're on to our last step, which is some chocolate garnishes. And this is one of my favorite parts of pastry. I just really enjoy chocolate work. So I've got some tempered chocolate here. We're gonna do a quick test. Gotta make sure it sets in 3 minutes. And my finger's dry, which means we're good. Acetate. So I've got some acetate strips here, and I'm just gonna put some chocolate on top, and we're gonna make some quick spirals out of them. So I'm gonna start with this. We're cover it fully. I've got a cake comb, and we're gonna use that to make the lines, and that's gonna give us a nice breaking point through all of this. So we'll separate it, and I've got a nice little saran wrap tube that I cut in half earlier. I stole it from, well, I didn't steal shit from work. I got it for free, because it's a saran wrap tube. And we're just gonna spin it around, and we're gonna try and make a nice shaped spiral. So I thought that looked pretty good. Honestly, at the end product, it totally worked out exactly how I was hoping it would. Figured I'd do a tinier one too, so I used a Christmas wrapper tube paper thing, and I also did a smaller one in there. Just kind of cut it open like a clamshell, and that held it really nicely. So here we are, we got a bunch of spirals, and like I said, you can get a whole bunch of garnishes out of just a little bit of chocolate like this, so it's kind of fun and goes a long way. So here it is, we're finally plating. We've got our creme anglaise to start, and we'll do a nice smear. It's pretty basic, I love doing those kinds of shapes. Then I've got little dots. I might have gotten carried away with the dots, but damn, I love putting dots on plates. It feels good, man. And if it feels good, go with it. What's a strawberry shortcake without some fresh strawberries? So I figured I'd put some right on there. And then we've got our compote. I always throw mint on stuff. Mint looks good. And I know some people don't like to eat it, but I don't care, because I'll sit there and eat mint all day long. Just give me a mojito and a mint salad, and I'm good to go. And some passionfruit mousse. Oh, give me that too, and this is the best. This is the plate I wanted all day long. Sitting out and waiting for a summer day. It's perfect. And with that nice lemon strawberry sorbet, so fresh. And then I've got some short crust. That's funny because I didn't actually put the chocolate garnish, but I did put short crust. I didn't do short crust in this video. Why did I put that there? Seemed like a great addition though. But anyways, if you're still here, thanks so much for watching, man. It means a lot to me. I put a lot of effort into this, more than I ever thought I should. So I do appreciate it. And if you do like what you see, like and subscribe. It would definitely help me out. And take these recipes and mark them down in your book. And if you don't have a book, then get a book.